In the beginning, there was no earth, no sky, no gods ruling from shining palaces. There was only chaos. Not chaos as disorder, but a vast emptiness, a formless void where nothing had shape or meaning. From this emptiness emerged the first primordial forces. Gaia, the earth. Tartarus, the deep abyss beneath everything. Eros, the force of attraction and creation. Nyx, the night. Erebus, the darkness. Gaia, the earth, gave birth to Uranus, the sky. He covered her completely, and together they formed the structure of the world. But Uranus feared his own children. He imprisoned them deep inside Gaia, forcing them back into her womb, causing her immense pain. These children were the Titans, powerful beings of immense strength. Gaia, suffering and enraged, devised a plan. She created a sickle of adamant and asked her children to overthrow their father. All were afraid, except one. Cronus, the youngest Titan, stepped forward. When Uranus descended to cover Gaia once more, Cronus struck. He castrated his father and cast him away from power. From the blood of Uranus came the Furies and the giants. From the sea foam rose Aphrodite, goddess of love and desire. Cronus became ruler of the cosmos, but a prophecy followed him. One of his own children would overthrow him, just as he had overthrown his father. Terrified, Cronus decided to cheat fate. Each time his wife Rhea gave birth, he swallowed the child whole. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, all devoured by their own father. Rhea, broken by grief, sought help from Gaia. When her last child was born, she hid him and gave Cronus a stone wrapped in cloth. Cronus swallowed it without question. The hidden child was Zeus. Zeus was raised in secret on the island of Crete. Nymphs fed him. Warriors clashed their shields to mask his cries, and fate quietly prepared its next move. When Zeus came of age, he returned. With the help of the goddess Metis, he gave Cronus a potion that forced him to vomit up his swallowed children. The Olympians were reborn. What followed was a war that shook existence itself. The Titanomachy, gods versus titans. For 10 years the battle raged, neither side able to prevail. Zeus freed the Cyclopes from Tartarus, and in return they forged weapons for the gods. Thunderbolts for Zeus, a trident for Poseidon, a helmet of invisibility for Hades. With these weapons, the Olympians won. The Titans were cast into Tartarus, guarded eternally. The world was divided. Zeus ruled the sky, Poseidon the sea, Hades the underworld. Earth remained shared among them all. Thus began the age of the Olympian gods. Zeus was not a gentle ruler. He was powerful, wise, but also impulsive and unfaithful. He took many lovers, both goddesses and mortal women, and from these unions came heroes, monsters, and kings. Hera, his wife and queen of the gods, was consumed by jealousy. She punished Zeus's lovers and children relentlessly, unable to strike Zeus himself. Poseidon, god of the sea, was temperamental and violent. The oceans reflected his moods, calm one moment, devastating the next. Hades ruled the underworld, not as a devil, but as a strict and distant king. He was feared, not evil. Death was simply his domain. The gods were immortal, but they were not perfect. They argued, lied, cheated, and sought revenge. They felt pride, envy, desire, and rage. In Greek mythology, the gods were powerful, but deeply human. Humans, however, were fragile, mortal, bound by fate. The Greeks believed that destiny was controlled by the Moirai, the fates. One spun the thread of life. One measured it. One cut it. Not even Zeus could fully defy them. Many myths exist to explain how humans came to be. One of the most famous is the story of Prometheus. Prometheus was a titan who sided with Zeus during the war, but he cared deeply for humanity. When Zeus created humans, they were weak and ignorant. Prometheus taught them knowledge, craft, and reason. He also defied Zeus by stealing fire from Olympus and giving it to humans. Fire meant survival, progress, civilization. Zeus was furious. He punished Prometheus by chaining him to a mountain where an eagle would eat his liver every day. Each night, it would grow back, eternal punishment. But Zeus also punished humanity. He ordered the creation of Pandora, the first woman, crafted by the gods themselves. She was given a jar, later called a box, and told never to open it. When she did, all evils escaped into the world: sickness, suffering, despair. Only one thing remained inside: hope. The myths of heroes are the heart of Greek mythology. These were mortals born of gods and humans, standing between two worlds. The greatest of these was Heracles, known to the Romans as Hercules. Son of Zeus and a mortal woman, he was hated by Hera from birth. Driven mad by Hera, Heracles killed his own family. Horrified by what he had done, he sought redemption. He was given 12 labors, tasks meant to be impossible. He slew the Nemean lion, captured the golden hind, defeated the Hydra, cleaned the Augean stables in a single day, and descended into the underworld itself. Heracles suffered constantly, but he endured. At the end of his life, poisoned and dying, Zeus granted him immortality. He became a god, proof that suffering and strength could elevate even a mortal. Another great hero was Perseus, sent to kill Medusa, a Gorgon, whose gaze turned men to stone. Perseus succeeded with the help of the gods. Athena gave him a shield polished like a mirror. Hermes gave him winged sandals. He beheaded Medusa without meeting her eyes and later saved Andromeda from a sea monster. Theseus, hero of Athens, faced the Minotaur in the labyrinth of Crete. With the help of Ariadne's thread, he navigated the maze and killed the beast. Yet Theseus would later abandon Ariadne, showing again that heroes were flawed, capable of betrayal. No hero's story is more tragic than Achilles. His mother dipped him in the river Styx to make him invulnerable, holding him by his heel. During the Trojan War, Achilles was unstoppable, but proud and wrathful. When his friend Patroclus was killed, Achilles returned to battle in fury. He killed Hector, the greatest Trojan warrior, and desecrated his body. But fate could not be avoided. Paris, guided by Apollo, shot Achilles in his only vulnerable spot, the heel. Thus came the phrase, Achilles' heel, a reminder that even the greatest have weakness. The Trojan War itself stands as one of the most important myths in Greek culture. It began not with armies, but with an argument among goddesses. Eris, goddess of discord, threw a golden apple inscribed "To the fairest." Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite claimed it. Paris, a Trojan prince, was chosen to judge. Each goddess offered him a bribe. Hera offered power. Athena offered wisdom and victory. Aphrodite offered the most beautiful woman in the world. Paris chose Aphrodite. The woman was Helen, already married to King Menelaus of Sparta. Her abduction led to war. For 10 years, Greeks and Trojans fought. Gods took sides, interfering constantly. The war ended not through strength, but deception. The Trojan horse. Greek soldiers hid inside a wooden horse left as a false offering. Troy brought it inside their walls. That night Troy fell. After the war, the hero Odysseus wandered for 10 years, trying to return home. His journey, told in the Odyssey, is a story of endurance, intelligence, and temptation. He faced cyclopes, sirens, witches, and angry gods. While other heroes relied on strength, Odysseus survived through wit. At home, his wife Penelope waited, fending off suitors who believed him dead. When Odysseus finally returned, disguised as a beggar, he revealed himself and reclaimed his kingdom. Greek mythology ends not with peace, but with decline. The age of heroes fades, humans become weaker, the gods withdraw. The myths served not just as entertainment, but as explanations for the world. Why suffering exists, why fate cannot be escaped, why pride leads to downfall. For the ancient Greeks, these stories were not distant fantasies. They were lessons, warnings, and reflections of life itself. The gods were powerful, but flawed. Heroes were brave, but doomed, and humans lived between hope and despair, always under the watchful eye of fate. These myths survived because they speak to something timeless: fear of death, desire for meaning, struggle against destiny. Even today, thousands of years later, the voices of Greek mythology still echo, not because they promise salvation, but because they tell the truth about being human.